Hello everyone, Ed from On My Turntable here. It is Sunday, July 21st. Hope everybody is having a good weekend or good weekday, depending on when you're watching this. I wanted to put together a video and just show the vinyl that I picked up while I was on vacation in Cape Cod a few weekends ago. On my way back, I stopped off at Instant Karma Records down at the Lower Cape in Orleans. A great record shop I'd never been to before. Lots of 45s, t-shirts, posters, other assorted goodies are there as well. That's Instant Karma Records down in Orleans. And here's the bag that I got when I purchased the vinyl as well. Pretty cool there, nice little logo. So genre-wise, a bit all over the place. I was feeling some different things. So here we go. First off, some bossa nova and samba, Antonio Carlos Jobim with Tide from 1970. Nice background music, music to make martinis by. That's what I think of when I listen to Antonio Carlos Jobim. And of course, we have the 187th version of The Girl from Ipanema right there. But hey, it's a song that paid for the beach house, right? So why not re-record it again? Never get tired of it. So good listening music right here. Also on the instrumental side, I got some jazz Bobby Hutcherson with Un Poco Loco, or A Little Crazy, from 1980. A great vibes player. I love the vibes, but I was not familiar with him before until I saw Randall Weaver on his channel do a whole episode on the discography of Bobby Hutcherson that he has, which I thought was pretty great. So I saw this, I picked it up, I really enjoy it. I let Randall know that I got it. So this is from 1980, heavy on the vibes, really good background jazz stuff, all instrumental. Un Poco Loco from 1980, and just a pretty cool cover, right? Pretty wild, a little crazy right there. Switching up to the country side of the house, I got myself some old school Loretta Lynn, You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man on Decca. Covers a lot of great stuff on here. There is the track listing. Hope you can see that all right. Covering some Dolly Parton. She's got a couple of originals on there as well. Lee Hazelwood, These Boots Are Made for Walking. Everybody was covering that. This is the inner sleeve that it came with that shows some of the other Decca releases. I love these old insert factory sleeves that you can get. And a nice long playing mono pressing, you know, right here with the old school Decca label. So very cool. Picked up a copy of Laura Nyro, The First Songs, which is a 1973 reissue of her first LP, More Than a New Discovery. I'm a big Laura Nyro fan. I've talked to her about her many times on my channel. I have these songs in many places, but wanted to get this to complete the vinyl collection. All the early stuff that made her famous, And When I Die, Wedding Bell Blues, Stony End, Blowing Away, all songs she wrote when she was a teenager, which is just absolutely unbelievable. So Laura Nyro, The First Songs, a reissue of the first LP from 1966. This came out in 1973 on Columbia. Next up, I've been getting into Melanie, who passed away recently. So Melanie gets a bit of the short shrift when it comes to the singer-songwriter folk genre. I think she's great. An amazing voice. Her second LP here, this is from 1969 on the old school Buddha Prism label. Beautiful People is a song that most people might be aware of, but this is just a really great, it's a funky record. There's a lot of funk on here, a lot of soul, and she's got that amazing voice that goes from a low range to that amazing high octave. Inside is the gatefold here with a photo of her, and the lyrics are in here as well. So from 1969, this is Melanie, self-titled, which is pretty great. So give it a listen. It's actually better than you think. I'm really enjoying her catalog and getting familiar with her work. Switching over to the 1980s and some rockabillys. This is the King Bees. That came out in 1980 on, surprisingly, the RSO label. Very surprising to get a rockabilly record on RSO. Jamie James, I believe, the founder of this band, who's up here in the photo, is from Canada. And, you know, the timing of this was off. I mean, this came out, it should have been a bigger hit, but RSO folded after this came out. And the Stray Cats did the same thing basically 2 years later. So the timing was off, but this is a great, fun rockabilly party record, the King Bees from 1980 on RSO. I was in a 12-inch mood for some 80s, so I got myself some Culture Club. So this is the extended remix of Miss Me Blind and It's a Miracle. But actually I bought it for the B-side, which is a track called Color by Numbers, which is a non-LP track of theirs that I don't see quite a bit out there. It's not on any of their LP releases, so it's a pretty great track as well. So I got myself a nice funky remix of It's a Miracle and Miss Me Blind, which are great Culture Club tracks off of Color by Numbers. The other 80s 12-inch I got was A Flock of Seagulls and Wishing. I love this song, If I Had a Photograph of You. It's a great mix, more music than lyrics. Absolutely just really cool. a flock of seagulls wishing if I had a photograph. I love this stuff. Really, really good 80s new wave. I picked up Terry Hall, The Color Field Deception. So I have a bunch of Terry Hall. I have a bunch of specials. I have Funboy 3, but The Color Field isn't any. I didn't have any of his stuff yet with The Color Field. So this is their second LP, I believe. It was just him and another individual performing as a duo. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty, you know, lightweight, you know, new wave pop. A couple of ill-advised covers on here. They covered Sly and the Family Stones, Running Away, and of all things, The Monkey She, which doesn't really work, in my opinion. But it's good. I know they have another release that Terry Hall liked a little bit better, but this was good to have. It was on the cheap. And actually, the second side of this, I've actually been playing quite a bit. It holds up pretty well. So some good, synth, 80s new wave type of stuff. Terry Hall, The Color Field with Deception from 1987, right here. And lastly, what I got, which is pretty cool, I love these new wave comps. This is a comp called Permanent Waves, and this came out on CBS in 1979. So once again, just promoting some of the new artists that they have on the label and some other artists as well. On here is After the Fire, the Curl Salt Flyers. The only ones are on here with Another Girl, Another Planet. The Vibrators, New Hearts, the Diodes, the Spikes. So I love these new wave comps. This was really, really cool to find. I had never seen this before. And the spine of this is called Permanent Wave, a collection of tomorrow's favorites by today's bands on yesterday's vinyl. That's the full collection of this comp. Permanent Waves from 1979 on Epic. So there you go. That's what I got while I was away on vacation. Feel free to share some comments. Let me know what you think about some of these LPs. If anything you think in the genre might interest me, let me know to check it out. And once again, I appreciate the likes and the comments and the dialogue back and forth with folks. And as I say out there, as I end every video, with everything going out there today, let's take a moment to be kind to one another. So thanks everyone. Have a good rest of the day or evening.